everyone. Great to be joined by the former national champion and National Player of the Year. What a run for Jay Williams.
If you want to tell the fans more about my accolades, I'm not going to stop you, but I think the attention should be focused on the game this evening. Let's pay attention to the court.
Jay, these 10 players on the court are ready to go, and so are we. No good and no foul. Beverly slams it down. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
He throws it down.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Durant buries it on the catch and shoot. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
Oh, whistle.
A simple touch foul.
Leonard. His first effort off the mark. To Irving. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Okay, that time it was effective. But a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
To Leonard. Beyond the arc for three. Kawhi Leonard. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To Dinwiddie. Couldn't keep it in. Out of Spencer Dinwiddie. LA Clippers with the basketball. To Beverly. Oh, you can't do that.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Kawhi Leonard, tough matchup against Durant. Kevin Durant with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
And that one out of bounds off a net. Leonard. Deep left corner. George. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Kyrie across the timeline. Down 4. No good. George. He was all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To George. Strong finish for Paul George. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Leonard. To Paul George. Nothing going here on that drive. George on the drive, but his shot misses. Backcourt. New blood coming in for both sides. George. Leonard. Man, that was a tough shot.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Around the perimeter. Lets it fly from long range, and the Clippers with the rebound. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Oh, he can't connect. To Durant. Kevin Durant, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2" guard. Scary.
To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. From the painted area, won't go down. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
George knocks it down. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
To Williams. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back to Southern California after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. To Beverly. Patrick Beverly. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
And look out. Jay, we're seeing more of the same to start the second.
It's called settle for more. Just because a defender gives you space doesn't mean that you need to take the jump shot. Keep attacking the rim. It will open up eventually.
Finishing inside the paint on that one. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion. And it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance. And in their mind, they do. But in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. It's LA Clippers ball. To Leonard. Can't connect.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
George, it's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
If you're the defender, you can't keep your hand outwards in the pocket of the shooter. The offensive player recognized that. He raked his arms into yours on his way up to take the shot. That's a foul every time.
Kyrie Irving. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Williams to Beverly. Leonard. Great defense, forcing the miss. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Shifting gears, here come some substitutions. Here's a chance from long range, and now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it. Spencer Dinwiddie is going to get a chance at 3 here. For his career, 79% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. And he misses the second. To Williams. Fires the 3. Cleans the offensive glass. Paul George to Beverly. George. That's good D. Shot no good. For 3. That one off the mark. It's no good. Williams across the timeline. It's an 11-point game. Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
From long range. Tough shot for Dinwiddie. No good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Kawhi Leonard. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
To Beverly for 3. Shot no good. You know Beverly can appreciate good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Beverly. Message received. Well defended. Paul George sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
George. Rocking the rim.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Throws it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Paul George to Leonard. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Kawhi Leonard. Good on the quick release there.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Leonard. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting